Good morning, Grandmama.
Good morning, everyone. It's Monday morning. Roy and I were out early this morning. He's already gone, had his outpatient physical therapy. We go at 8 o'clock 2 times a week, and that gets us up and gets us started. So, honey, you want to plug my mic in right there? Did I look?
Mic is plugged in.
Okay, all right. Today, y'all, this is not low carb, this is not gluten free, but it is lower sugar. So, during the holidays, when you're having family in, sometimes you just make things just regular. And for those that don't eat the same lifestyle that you do, and I usually make cookies for the kids. I make several different things, like maybe a pie, for family. But today we're doing a pumpkin spice cake, and it's really good. I made one the other day for Elena's birthday, and she's my granddaughter, and it was so good. I sent half of it home with her, and we ate half of it. So, it was so good. I wanted to show y'all how I'm gonna do it. It's simple. I'm gonna make it in a loaf pan, and I've already got my loaf pan. I didn't have any Baker's Joy, so what I did, I just put some oil in it. You can use butter, and then I took flour and just put all around so it wouldn't stick. I've got my oven on 350 degrees. I'm gonna do all my dry ingredients. I'm gonna sift them, and we're doing a spiced cream cheese icing to go on top. Okay. All right. This is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm gonna sift it. I'd already measured it out, but my little bowls, they're Pampered Chef, and they have measurements on the side. So, all right. I am going to. I had to copy my recipe down. It's in my phone, but I had to copy it down because Roy's videoing with my phone. Okay. It takes 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and as I put my ingredients in, I'm going to just kind of put them to the side so my table won't be so crowded. All right, now this is baking soda. It takes 1 teaspoon of baking soda. It does not take any baking powder. But since this one did not call for baking powder, today I'm making it right by the recipe. So that's 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now, it calls for nutmeg, cinnamon, allspice, and cloves. Well, if y'all know, I have my autumn blend here where I've already mixed all that together. So it calls, I'm putting 1 tablespoon, which is 3 teaspoons. Well, okay, and that's what that is, 3 teaspoons, all right? I'm gonna sift all this together. Okay, that's all my dry ingredients. And I like to sift my spices because sometimes your spices will have little lumps in them. And I always like to sift it in with my flour, and that way I get it all out. Okay? All right. I'm gonna sit this to the side right here. Now, in this bowl, I'm gonna go ahead and just mark off everything that I have put in it, because sometimes I get distracted and forget. All right, now this is where I am altering the recipe. This is brown monk fruit. So that's 1/2 cup and 1/4 of a cup. That's 3/4 cups of brown monk fruit, which is your sweetener. This is 3/4 cups of granulated sugar, which is your sweetener, and so that's half natural sweeteners and half of your granulated sugar. Okay. All right. And you know what? All right, I can do it this way. All right, this is 3 tablespoons of butter that I've got. This is 1/3 cup of oil. Whatever kind of oil you want to use is fine. All right, 2 eggs, room temperature eggs. We're gonna beat all this with your electric mixer. Now, you can use a whisk if you want to, but I just find that it mixes better, especially when I'm using the brown stevia. I mean the brown monk fruit. All right, now it calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So I'll do that. And my recipe is always in the description box. Y'all know that. So that's where it'll be this time, in the description box. And y'all, this is so good. And it freezes so well. Oh, it freezes well. All right. Now this is 1 15-ounce can of pumpkin. It calls for 1 1/4 cups, which I think is going to be the whole can. Okay, that's 1 cup. It's going to be a little bit more, but you know what? It's pumpkin spice. So I'm going to put the whole, it's more like a 1.5 cups. But that will be perfectly fine. Okay? The recipe calls for 1 1/4 cups, but we're doing 1.5 cups. All right. Now, we're just going to beat this. I think I should have got a bigger bowl. Goodness. All right. Turn my mixer on. I'm going to start it on low because I don't want it going all over the kitchen till I get my eggs and oil beat in. Then I'll turn it up some. Okay. Turn it up a little bit more. I'm going to beat this for like a couple of minutes because I want my eggs, I want it all to beat in good. So I'm just going to keep beating this. I'm going to put it on medium high, and I'm going to beat it for like 2 minutes because I want my eggs to get fluffy. So we'll be back when I start to mix it in with the dry ingredients. All right, y'all. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of allspice blend, 1/2 cup of oil of your choice, 3 tablespoons of melted butter, 3/4 cups of granulated sugar, 3/4 cups of brown sweetener. I use monk fruit today. 2 large eggs, 1 1/2 cups of pumpkin, which is 1 15-ounce can, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay. So I've got all of that mixed up here, and now I sifted my dry ingredients. So I'm going to put my wet ingredients in with my dry, and then I'm going to beat it for like probably, I don't know, till it gets well incorporated. But like I say, if you don't want to use an electric hand mixer, you can use a stand mixer, but I don't get mine out for this. Then you can just whisk it. Alright, I'm going to get it all incorporated. And my oven is on 350. And it takes about an hour to cook this because you can do it in 2 smaller low pans if you want to. You can do it in a bundt pan, ever how you want yours, but I just like this in a low pan because this is really like between a bread and a cake. All right, I need to stir it because it's not getting around the sides good. Okay. So if you're doing a stand mixer or a hand mixer, make sure you go around the sides and get all that flour that stays around the side. Okay. I always get messy when I cook, y'all. My hands. All right. And I'm not going to beat it a lot because once you put your flour in there, you don't want to beat it a long time. You just want to beat it till everything is incorporated. Because you've already beat your wet ingredients. So all you want to do is incorporate your wet into your dry. Okay? Now, I'm just going to pour this in my prepared pan. Have your pan ready. Even though it's got eggs in it, I still tasted it a little bit. Oh, it's so good. Man, it's good. And when you get that spiced, autumn spice cream cheese on it, delicious. Look at that, honey. Roy's not real fond of pumpkin, but he loved this. But now he eats his. He takes the cream cheese off of his. He's not fond of cream cheese icing either. But it sure does go well with it. All right. Smooth it out good. And I'm going to taste of it. Oh my goodness, y'all. All right. I'm going to put it in the oven, but hold on, honey. I want to show them. I'll get that off. I'm going to set my timer for an hour. No, I'm going to set it for 45 minutes. And then I'll check it. I think it took it 55 minutes the other day. But I told y'all could do it in smaller loaf pans. So you can do it in 2 like this, freeze one, eat one, or you can buy those little individual foil ones, and they make perfect gifts. So you can just, it'll probably make 8 or 10 of the little individual foil loaf pans. So, all right, I'm gonna check it in 45 minutes. If it's not ready, then I'll cook it at like 5-minute intervals until it gets, I stick a toothpick in it and it comes out clean. But when I get all this cleaned up, then I'm gonna come back and show you how I'm gonna make my cream cheese icing. All right, our cream cheese icing. Now you can use regular block cream cheese like this, just Walmart brand, Great Value brand, and I would use 4 ounces of this. But I've got whipped cream cheese here that I'm going to use today, and I'm going to use about 4 ounces of it. Now you can use your block cream cheese, use 4 ounces. I'll just have 4 ounces of cream cheese, so you'll know to use the block or the whipped, whichever one you want to do. All right. So I'm going to put about 4 ounces. It's not going to take a lot to put over this cake. All right, that's 4 ounces because I had already used some out. All right, now this is 1/3 cup of my what is my blend. I use 3 tablespoons, which is almost 1/4 of a cup of allulose, and 1/4 cup of stevia. So if y'all know, I mix allulose and stevia a lot. So that was 3 tablespoons, which is about 1/4 of a cup of allulose and 1/3 cup of stevia. Okay, I'm gonna mix this together. I love using The whipped is a little bit more expensive, but in things like this, I like using it. If I was going to ice a whole big cake where it took 8 ounces, I would just do my block. But if I'm just going to do a little bit, I like the whipped cream cheese. All right, now I'm going to start out with a half teaspoon of my autumn blend. Now I'm going to see how that's going to work. Oh, I forgot to get my maple out. All right. I'm going to put a little maple. And this, I used it the other day. It's maple emulsion or something like that. And if y'all see me use it, you know it only takes, it's called maple emulsion. Okay. Now, in this is 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm not even going to put an 1/8. I'm going to put half of an 1/8. When I did my waffles the other day, y'all saw me use this.
It's thick.
It's thick. And, let me get a little. It's thick and it is strong. Real strong. So 1/16 of a teaspoon in this is going to be plenty. You just have to be you have to learn how to use it. I will put this in because this is warm and I don't want my cream cheese to be warm. So I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and wait for my cake to get ready. Okay. And then that will kind of solidify this butter. And it won't be so this icing won't be so loose. All right, I'm gonna taste of it and make sure that I've got enough sweetener in it. Woo. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit more of this. I put a half a teaspoon. I'm gonna put another half teaspoon because after all, this is a spice cream cheese. Okay. And it's beautiful. And I'm going to roast some pecans and put on top. I'll do that while my cake's cooking. Matter of fact, I'll probably do them in the air fryer. All right. That is delicious. Okay. If you want this more like a glaze, you can make it a little bit looser by adding a little milk to it or a little cream, heavy cream, if you just want to drizzle it over. But I want mine to be kind of like an icing. Oh, now that's perfect. I always put my recipes in the description box. Okay. All we got to do now is wait for our cake to cook. And I'm going to roast some pecans in the air fryer. And see y'all in a little bit.
Grandma, that's looking good.
Doesn't this look good?
Woo.
All right. Now, like I told you, if you just want a light glaze on it, don't put the rest of this icing on it. But we like a little bit more icing. So I want a little bit of it to go down the side too. And then my cakes, I put it in the refrigerator so my cake's cool. But I still want a little bit to kind of drizzle down the side. And I may not use all of this. And you can you can do muffins with this. It'll be delicious. You can do the mini muffins or you can do the big muffins. And it will be absolutely delicious. Okay. I'm anxious to try this because I made this one a little bit different than I did the one for Elena the other night. Just a little bit different. So I want to see the difference in the texture. Okay. Ooh. Oh my goodness, y'all. And when I get these nuts on it, when it's chilly, when you put it in the refrigerator and it kind of gets cold, you'll have, when you put it on hot, it runs down all the way down, but when you put it on, when it's kind of cool, when you put it in the refrigerator, it just kind of goes halfway down, and it makes it really pretty. Okay. Let me get this end. I want it a little bit more. All right. Kind of smooth it on top a little bit. Y'all look at that. And I hadn't even got my pecans, my roasted pecans on it yet. Isn't that pretty? Mm. All right. Now remember, I do these in the air fryer. You can use walnuts if you want to, whatever nut you want. Or you don't even have to put nuts on it, but we like nuts on ours. Okay, wow. That is so pretty. Can you get that, baby?
Got it.
Look at that. I'll put these last few on it somewhere. Oh, there's a little bitty, that's a little hole. When you get down to the bottom like this, be careful because you can get some little holes in it. All right, y'all. This is my pumpkin spice cake with spiced cream cheese icing. Isn't that delicious?
Delicious looking.
Look there. It's beautiful all the way around. So good.
You're going to take a bite from the backside
No,
before you take your picture?
No, I'm going to go ahead and take it.
You go ahead and cut it?
Yeah, cut it.
Okay.
All right, we need to take a picture. Elena took it kind of like, and I'm going to cut it. Y'all. Wow. Oh my goodness. Can y'all see that texture? Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow.
Beautiful.
Y'all, I'm excited about this one. Y'all, this is so good. I love that texture. It's kind of dense, but man, it's good. The one I made the other night, you know, I put the self-rising flour in it. It was kind of dry, but this one, this is a winner right here. This is delicious, y'all. I love the texture. It's kind of dense, but yet it's not dry at all. It's not packy.
So for fall, friends, and family.
Yeah.
That's a good recipe.
And if it was me, make these, freeze them. Don't ice it till you get ready, till the day you're going to serve it. Then put your icing on it. Freeze it without the icing. It freezes so good. And if you don't want to put icing on it, do these in the mini muffins or the regular muffins. Put them in a Ziploc bag, put them in the freezer, take one out, have it on the go. You don't have the icing on it. It's just a good morning muffin. This would be delicious as a morning muffin with a cup of coffee. All right, y'all. Food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. Make you some of this pumpkin spice cake. So good.